International, les titres à la une du journal. Le 14 février, le saint patron de l'amour est célébré ce jour. Les cadeaux et messages transmis, des rendez-vous organisés entre amoureux pour dire « je t'aime » de façon particulière. Un tour dans les marchés de Douala et Yaoundé pour découvrir les astuces des uns et des autres pour cette journée fête de l'amour.
Campaigns on the way to tag transport fares to the increase in fuel prices. Transporters Union Trade Ministry and travel agencies are already consulting on the move.
Le taxi Yango, encore bel et bien en activité, ceci en dépit de l'interdiction du ministre des Transports qui les amenait à se conformer à la réglementation en vigueur.
And lovers in paradise as they celebrate Valentine's Day today, February 14. Is this celebration a true reflection of love or a vain promise of affection? Valentine's Day update in this edition of the news. Top stories.
Bonne fête de l'amour, bonne fête de la Saint-Valentin, mon co-présentateur Henri Kedjan-Atembe.
And I wish you the same. Thanks for the wishes. And today is February 14, celebrated as the day King of Love actually spread love across the world, and a day that many people are expressing the love and concerns for the loved one through different ways. Rose flowers and love frames still considered by lovers as the best Valentine's Day gift, or what many others prefer nowadays. Let's pick the updates with you, Hyacinth Chair, on how people are celebrating Valentine's Day.
What will you prefer as Saint Valentine's gift from your loved one? The responses from the lovers on the streets of Yaoundé vary from person to person. Many have opened hearts to receive whatever their partners will offer.
Si elle aura envie de m'offrir, ça sera avec joie.
Demain, par rapport à Saint-Valentin, je suis content, mais tout ce que je veux, qu'elle donne tout son amour pour son gars. Et tout ce qu'elle veut, le plaisir est partagé.
Some got specific expectations.
Je préfère peut-être du chocolat et peut-être une carte aussi. Le cœur, l'amour.
And captivating flowers and love messages do not longer move other women, as was the case some years back.
Une soirée, un beau cadeau, un très joli cadeau, pas de fleurs, pas de cartes, non.
But young boys and girls are still engulfed by different love symbols, reason why they are rushing to the flower market these days.
Cette fleur, elle est pour ma petite amie, ainsi que les bonbons. En fait, c'est une nouvelle relation. Donc, j'utilise les roses pour lui montrer que je suis vraiment engagé avec elle.
As for the old-age couples, a good meal will do the love magic.
Ma femme sait ce qu'elle veut pour moi. Elle me fait toujours des bonbons. Je suis bonbon sucré.
Meantime, different lovely spots in the capital city are blazing up with preparations ahead of the February 14 intimate appointments.
Thanks very much. Hyacinth Chair. Campaigns underway to tag the new transport fare to the increase in fuel prices in Cameroon. Transporters Union, Trade Ministry and Travel Agency are already consulting, and a sensitization campaign on the 14 francs per kilometer limit has begun as the officials are already working on that. Beatrice Ngamo reports from Yaoundé.
The increase in fuel prices, officials of inter-urban transport agencies knew should automatically go with the increase in fare. Some even dare and ferret the heavy arms of the law. Help us improve this activity because it is from here that all the drivers, luggage carriers, promoters eat. The 14 franc per kilometer tariff, what was on the discussion table between government representatives, operators of travel agencies, and Transporters Union Monday at the Mimboman East Motor Park in Yaoundé. For example, the distance from Yaoundé to Ayos. Before, the fare was 1,500. Now, on 14 francs, it is 1,904 francs. The agencies here accord to limit at 14 francs the highest, but can remain at 12, 13, or even 11 francs. At the end of the day, a compromise was reached.
Je crois qu'on est satisfait vu les explications du représentant du ministre du Commerce.
Nous sommes obligés d'être satisfaits puisqu'il faut suivre le gouvernement et non créer une rébellion pour rien.
As they hope the price should be applicable by all. Actions to see the purchasing power of consumers well protected.
Qu'ils tiennent en compte le pouvoir d'achat des populations les plus vulnérables.
Que nous sommes en train de faire là, nous sommes seulement juste en train de baliser le terrain pour mieux le faire comprendre.
Opportunity to also explain the new measures by Transport Minister covering the fare for minors, pregnant women and persons living with disabilities. Same sensitization and consultation will continue in the other motor parks in the capital city.
The west region of Cameroon, after violent winds swept across the school campus, carrying out the completely destroying the temporary structure for the students or the pupils were studying in. Mardi says that these children have gone for 2 weeks, getting to 3 weeks without any lesson.
Shocking, frustrated, and completely devastated. This is the state of mind of pupils, parents, and teachers of Government Primary School Banza in Galim Subdivision, Bambutu Division, in the west region of Cameroon, which today is a shadow of itself. The school created years ago was destroyed by torrential rainfall which hit the village on the night of January 30 to the 31st, 2023. The heavy rains destroyed everything on its path, from the roof to the building to benches, leaving the kids stranded with no means to continue with their education.
We beg government to small schools.
We had begged government to construct also school, but government's response was slow. So we had to go ahead and erect some structures. Unfortunately, heavy rains came and pulled it down. The school has been existing for more than 5 years now. The temporary structure put in place by the Parents Teacher Association is far from being a real school. Incomplete thatched structures with some already worn out. The pupils most often sit in the open under the scorching sun just to take their lessons. Another major problem is lack of hospitals, roads and water, and again, a befitting school. If we had all this, we would not have had any problems. We are forced to boil our water before we drink.
Like no day and drinking water no day.
We have a serious problem with water. We drink contaminated water where there's all sorts of disease, but we have to boil before we drink. Faced with such difficult learning environments, the school supervisors, who are the main teachers and the director of the school, have drawn in the towel. Parents have expressed concerns about the future of their kids. The school attracts children from other local villages who unfortunately have been out of school for close to weeks now. Besides the failing education, the people of Galim, Bambalang, Baminji and many other villages around depend on agriculture and fishing for a livelihood.
And Huru in the southwest region of Cameroon, following the blatant killing of 5 banana plantation workers and 40 others who are seriously wounded by separatist fighters Now, the incident occurred at the eve of celebrations to mark the National Youth Day, and this incident comes at a time the Cameroon's Development Corporation, the CDC, which is one of the greatest employer in Cameroon, is struggling to revive after what has been a very deep-rooted conflict in that part of the country. Ambo Gladys Diba report.
The Cameroon Development Corporation, the second largest employer after the state, runs banana, oil palm and rubber plantations. Between 2016 and 2018, when the Anglophone crisis was at its peak, separatist fighters attacked the company, destroyed vehicles, tractors, warehouses and some of the company's buildings. Material loss was estimated at 50 billion CFA francs. Workers were kidnapped, others killed, and some maimed for working for the state-run agro-industrial company. Only 7 of 29 production sites of the company were still fully operational that period. As a result, the company's revenue dropped by 75%, according to statistics that were made public by the company's general manager, Franklin Gier. 6,124 workers lost their jobs out of the company's 22,000 employees. A majority were either on temporary leave or absent for security reasons. 32 billion CFA francs to rehabilitate the company. It resumed exports in 2020 and has had difficulties taking off due to financial challenges. With the February 11, 2023 attack that has left 5 workers launched into another psychosis and may threaten the company's activities.
Today is the day to show more love.
Aujourd'hui, dans le monde comme celle, mots tendres, chocolat et fleurs sont les présents traditionnels. Question, font-ils encore craquer de nos jours? Très peu disent oui. De plus en plus de Narcisse et Nama.
Des roses, bien qu'étant artificielles, elles gardent leur symbole. La passion, l'amour, le rouge qui lui confère le même pouvoir que les flèches de Cupidon ne touche plus autant de cœur. Très peu de personnes semblent séduites et prêtes à l'accepter en guise de cadeau de Saint-Valentin, demain 14 février.
J'aimerais avoir le cœur et l'amour.
Tout ce qu'elle veut. Le plaisir partagé.
C'est certes une preuve d'affection et d'attachement à sa moitié, mais elle ne fait pas craquer cet homme. Seul un sac de ciment peut lui donner des papillons dans le ventre en cette occasion spéciale.
Le ciment, le fer.
Tous les présents sont permis. Ceux traditionnels, notamment les cartes, mots tendres ou doux, chocolat, autant d'effets que des accessoires de mode et autres messages téléphoniques.
Un très joli cadeau, pas de fleurs, pas de cartes, non. Les fleurs ou les cartes, la sangle. Non. Non, sincèrement, ça m'intéresse pas.
Les paires de sandales même.
Mauvais pour les vendeurs dans ce secteur. Le désamour envers leurs articles tue le business côté déco.
Ça a changé. Cette année, vraiment, c'est mort. Ça ne passe pas vraiment.
Il y a beaucoup de choses qui vont. Catherine Moukouri.